Good evening, guys. Um, Welcome to Brilliant Tech Tutorial. My name is Celestine. On today's video, I'll be teaching you guys on how to solve beta functions with these following examples. Example 1, we have to solve integral of 0 to 1 x raised to the power 4 square root of 1 minus x squared dx. Solution: to solve this, know that every beta function in this form must be in the form of what x raised to the power m minus 1 bracket 1 minus x raised to the power n minus 1 dx. Now with this equation now, you know that this is x and the power of this is 4, and that's m minus 1, and then you know that this square root of 1 minus x squared is 4, but is for what? N is for n variables. So you know that this is for n variables, and why solving beta function, always take the variables of the word of the n. So the variables of this n here, that the power for n here is, always take the variables at which n is their power. So if you check here that this x, the power of x here is m, contains m. So always take the power, the variable that has the power of n, and the one that has power of n here is 1 minus x raised to the power n minus 1. So we say that this square root of 1 minus x squared has the power of what? Or n, and that is variable for what? For n. Okay, ds. Now to solve this, we will only take the variables at which n is their power. So the power of this is n raised to the power this, so n is contained in these variables. Okay, so we say that for this equation, so we say that let x squared equal to 1. Now I know that this 1 here is what? Is y. So we can say let x squared equal to y. Also, if I didn't mean there were 2 here, I'll say let x squared equal to 2y. If this is 3, I'll say let x squared equal to 3y. Okay, so this is 1, I'll say that let x squared equal to what? Y. Is always done that way. Okay, so let x squared equal to y. So now taking the square root of both sides to make x solve formula. So square root of x squared is equal to square root of y, right? So cancel out this. This is square root of x squared is x is equal to square root of y. Therefore x is equal to, you know that square root of y is something as y raised to the power what? Half, right? Yes. Now differentiate x squared is equal to y. So differentiate x in respect to x, and differentiate y in respect to what? Y. So we have done differentiate x squared is what? 2x ds is equal to differentiate y is dy. So therefore make ds the solve formula. So that becomes ds is equal to what? dy over 2x. Now note that when x is 0, what is y? Y is equal to x squared. Y equals x squared. So that becomes when x is 0, y is the same thing as what? 0. And also when x is 1, y is the same thing as what? As 1. So therefore we can conclude that when x is 0, y is 0, and also when x is 1, y is what? Is 1. Now know that in solving beta function, this entire equation must contain 1 minus x. That's your main point. Make sure that the equation given to you must contain y minus x alone, not like 1 minus x squared or 1 minus x3 or 1 minus 2x. It must contain only y minus x. If you check here, it contains y minus x squared. So you have to make it must be exactly in this form. So it must contain 1 minus x before your answer is what is correct. Okay, so let's proceed. So therefore, what do? We have to put every values we got into this equation. Put every values we got into the equation. So we had, what is my x? My x is what? Y raised to the power half. So I put it here x. That becomes y raised to the power half raised to the power 4, right? That is y raised to the power half raised to the power 4 dot what is x squared? X squared is equal to y. You say let's x squared equal to y. So that becomes 1 minus what? Y, right? That becomes bracket 1 minus 1. You know that square root is same thing as same thing as what? Half, right? So what's next? We have dot. What's my ds? My ds here is dy over what? 2s, right? So that becomes dy over what? Over 2s, right? So that becomes dy over 2s. So what next? Let's continue. So we have the integral from 0 to 1. So half times 4 is same thing as y raised to the power square. That is y squared, right? Dot bracket 1 minus y raised to the power half dot dy over what? 2s, right? So again, integral of 0 to 1 y squared dot bracket 1 minus y raised to the power half. You know that this is same thing as 1 over 2y raised to the power. You know that what is x? X is what? X is y raised to the power half, right? That is square root of y. Simple. So So x is y raised to the power half, so that becomes 1 over 2 times x, which is 1 over 2 y raised to the power half dy. Okay, so which is same thing as integral of 0 to 1 y squared dot y minus y all raised to the power half dot. Now I have to separate this. You know that if I separate this is same thing as half dot 1 over y raised to the power half, okay, dy. So therefore you know that in some beta function every fraction or every number must move back to the word, must move back to the back of our integral. Every, move every fractions or numbers back to the word integral. So here I have I have a half, a fraction here, which is half. I move the word back to integral. That becomes half integral of 0 to 1 y squared 1 minus y raised to the power half dot. Now you know that 1 over this is something as y raised to the power minus 1 over 2, because you know that 1 over something is what is inverse of that thing, that is negative. So dy. So if you check it now, if you compare these two, if you compare this equation now with this equation, compare this equation with this equation, which is x raised to power n minus 1 bracket 1 minus what 1 minus s raised to power what n minus 1 the word s. If you compare this equation now, if you check here, I have 1 minus s, I have here 1 minus y, so the equation is what is balanced. As I said earlier, you must get y 1 minus y. If you check in the terms they gave us, the times every time here, every time there was in x, so it's a must, you must change every time here to be in what in y. Okay, so therefore if you check this time here is 1 minus s, here is 1 minus y, so is what is balanced, like it's correct. So let me proceed. So we say that therefore half integral of 0 to 1. Now I have to collect like times y raised to power 2 times y raised to power half is what that is y, right? Y, you take 1, that is using law of indices, you collect 1 power, that is y. 2 minus half is what 2 minus half is what is 3 over 2. Okay, so dot 1 minus y raised to power what half dy. Now that is it. So it's balanced now. So comparing the equation, you see that this is balanced. This is, here is y, here is s, they are same. So it means the m minus 1, this is m minus 1, and this is value for what m. This is n minus 1, this is the power for power to n, power to n, power to m, power to m, and power to n, power to what n. Okay, this is 1 minus 1, this is 1 minus s, right? So comparing, so we have that comparing the powers, you know that this x is for y. So we have that m minus 1 is equal to what 3 over 2. That becomes m minus 1 is equal to 3 over 2. Therefore m is 3 over 2 plus 1, which is 5 over 2. Again, we'll do for n minus 1 is equal to 1 over 2. So we have that n minus 1 is equal to half. So therefore n is what 1 over 2 plus 1, which is 3 over 2. Now therefore we have to find the words. So finding their beta function. Now know that in finding beta function of a two fractions, that is the formula. This is, you know that this beta function has half here. So I bring the half here. That becomes half beta of m and n, because we have the value for m and what n. There are two fractions here. So it equals half of what m is 5 over 2, comma, and n is what 3 over 2. So in solving beta function of a two fractions, so use the formula, which is gamma m, which is, you put your half because we got half here. So half what gamma, we have gamma m. This is the formula alone. No? This thing is the formula alone. You know, this half is the half we got here in our solvings. So you have the formula is gamma m times gamma n all over gamma m plus n. Okay. So therefore let's find the gamma of each of these. Now therefore the gamma of m is gamma of 5 over 2. So gamma of m, by using the formula bracket n minus 1, which is equal to 5 over 2 minus 1 will give me 3 over 2. And I know that your answer will be in the form of n gamma n, which is 3 over 2 gamma 3 over 2. So that becomes so therefore the gamma of 5 over 2 is what is 3 over 2 gamma 3 over 2. Now after doing that, I have to find gamma 3 over 2. Now gamma 3 over 2 is equal to half. That is 3 over 2 minus 1 is half. So which will be represented in the form of n gamma n, which is half gamma half. Now you know that in solving beta function, know that you only stop when you get half. So you know that always bear in mind that the gamma of half is square root of pi. So therefore put everything here. So we say that the gamma of 5 over 2 is equal to what? The gamma of 5 over 2 is equal to what? 3 over 2 gamma 3 over 2, which is 3 over 2, right? Gamma 3 over 2. What is gamma 3 over 2? Gamma 3 over 2 is what? Is half gamma half. So that is 3 over 2 times gamma 3 over 2 is half times what? Gamma half. Okay, so which is equals to what? 3 over 2 times 3 over 1 over 2 times. Now gamma half is square root of pi, which is equal to what? 3 times 1 times square root of pi is something as well. 3 square root of pi over 2 times 2 times 1 is what? Is 4. So again, let's find gamma for n. Gamma for n, you know that n here is what? N is 3 over 2. So therefore, gamma for n is equal to, use the same formula, which is what? 3 over 2 minus 1 is half. So we have to represent in the form of n gamma n, which is what? Half gamma half. So which is equal to what? Half times. What is gamma half? Gamma half is square root of pi. So which is equal to what? 1 times square root of pi is square root of pi over 2. So this is the what? Answer for this. Now let's find the answer for gamma m plus n. Gamma m plus n is equal to 5 over 2 plus 3 over 2. So which is equal to gamma 8 over 2. Now divide this, I'll have gamma 4. Now in finding gamma of a whole number, use this formula. Formula is n minus 1 factorial. So which is 4 minus 1 factorial, which is equal to 3 factorial. 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 6. Now therefore put everything we got in this formula. So we have that my answer for gamma m was what? My answer for gamma n was 3 square root of pi over what? 4, right? Now times answer for gamma n was what? Square root of pi over what? 2. Over answer for gamma n plus n was what? 6. So that becomes what? This times this. We have square root of pi times square root of pi is what? Is pi. So pi times 3 is 3 pi. Over 4 times 2 is 8. Now divide by 6. That is division by 6. It will become what? It will become 3 pi over 8. You know that division changes to times. That becomes times 1 over 6. So which is equals to what? 3 divided itself 1. 3 divided 6 is what? Is 2. So that becomes pi times 1 is pi. Over 8 times 2 is what? Is 16, right? So what's the next thing? We have that becomes what? You know that everything here is being multiplied by what? You know that from our formula is being multiplied. We have half here, so you have to multiply our answer by what? By half. So that becomes half times pi over 6 will give me what? Pi over what? 32. This is a what? Answer. Very, very simple. Now, I have question number 2 saying that we have to solve integral of 0 to pi over 2 sine 5 theta cos 4 theta d theta. Solution. Know that every beta function in this form must be in the form of what? Half. There must be half integral of 0 to pi over 2 sine 2m minus 1 theta cos 2m minus 1 theta d theta. Now every gamma function in times of pi must be in this form. It must be in this form. Okay. Now if you check in these two equations now is balanced. They are balanced. This is sine. This is 2m, and that is this 2m minus 1 matched with the power of 5. This 2m minus 1 is the power of 4. Okay, so everything here is balanced, so they are equal. So let's solve. So we'll compare them. We have that 2m minus 1 is equal to what? 5. That 2m minus 1 is equal to 5. Therefore 2m is what? 5 plus 1, which is 2m is equal to 6. Therefore m is equal to 6 divided by 2, which will give me what? 3. Now also we have that 2n. Also we have that 2m minus 1 is equal to 4. So that becomes 2m minus 1 is equal to 4. Therefore 2n is equal to 4 plus 1. So therefore 2n equals to 5. Now therefore n is equal to what? 5 divided by what? 2. So therefore say that m is 3 and n is equal to what? 5 over 2. Now after doing that, we find their beta functions by using the formula what? Because since they say that it must be in the form of half of this, so that becomes half. The formula will be what? Half bracket gamma m times gamma n all over gamma m plus n, right? So therefore we say that gamma m, we'll find gamma of each of these. So gamma m is equal to what? What's my m? M is what? Is 3. So that becomes gamma m is equal to what? Using the formula for finding gamma of a whole number, we use the formula that n minus 1 factorial, which is equal to 3 minus 1 factorial, which is equal to 2 factorial. And 2 factorial is equal to 2 times 1, which is what? Is 2. Now let's find gamma n. And gamma n is equal to what? 5 over 2, right? 5 over 2, right? So the gamma n, the value for n is what? 5 over 2. So that becomes 5 over 2 by using the formula what? Equals to bracket n minus 1, which is equal to being the form of n gamma n. Okay, in finding gamma of a fraction, use this formula. In finding gamma of a whole number, use what? This formula. Okay, so you have that is n gamma n. So 5 over 2 minus 1 give me what? 3 over 2. That becomes in the form of 3 over 2 gamma 3 over 2. Now you know that it still remains. We have to break it down to what? To half. So we have to find gamma 3 over 2. Now gamma 3 over 2 is equal to half what? that 3 over 2 minus 1 is half. So that becomes half gamma half. So we end here. Now, therefore, gamma n is equals to 3 over 2. It's 3 over 2 times what? 3 over times gamma 3 over 2. That is 3 over 2 times my gamma 3 over 2 was what? Half gamma half, right? So that becomes 3 over 2 times 1 over 2 times gamma half is what? Gamma half is square root of pi. So that becomes, multiply this will give me 3 square root of pi over 4. Now let's find gamma n plus n. Gamma n plus n, that is gamma n plus n. Gamma n plus n is equal to, that is gamma m is 3 plus n is 5 over 2, which is equal to gamma 11 over 2. Now, therefore, gamma 11 over 2 is equal to, using the formula n minus 1, which will be in the form of any gamma n, which is equal to n is 11. That becomes 11, that is 11 over 2. That becomes 11 over 2 minus 1 will give me 9 over 2. That becomes 9 over 2 gamma 9 over 2. So we have to do gamma of 9 over 2. Now, gamma of 9 over 2 is what? 9 over 2 minus 1, which is what? 7 over 2 gamma 7 over 2. Again, we have to do gamma for this. Gamma for 7 over 2 is 5 over 2 gamma 5 over 2. We have to find gamma for 5 over 2. Now, gamma for 5 over 2 is what? 3 over 2 gamma 3 over 2. Now, gamma for 3 over 2 is what? Half gamma half. So end here. So as I said earlier, if finding gamma of a fraction, once you reach the value of half, you stop. That's the end. Okay. So therefore we say that gamma. So therefore we say that gamma half, gamma 11 over 2 is equals to what? 9 over 2 times 7 over 2 times 5 over 2 times 3 over 2 times 1 over 2 times gamma half. As what to get here, at what to got here, gamma 11 over 2 is what? Is what? 9 over 2 times 7 over 2 times 5 over 2 times 3 over 2 times 1 over 2, then times what? Gamma what? Half. Okay. So that was what I did here. So if you do it, that will give you 945 square root of pi over 32. So therefore, let's combine the whole, put everything into this equation. So that becomes half bracket gamma m times gamma n all over gamma m plus n. So that becomes half bracket. What is my gamma m? My gamma m was what? That was my gamma m was, that was my 2. That is 2 factor. That was 2. Okay. So that becomes 2 times what was my gamma n? My gamma n was 3 square root of pi over what? It was 3 square root of pi over what? Over 4, right? Over 4. Now all over, what is my gamma n plus n? Gamma n plus n was 945 square root of pi over 32. Okay, so that becomes half bracket. If we do this, we have 2 divided itself 1, 2 divided 4 is 2. So this becomes 3 square root of pi over 2. Now divided by 945 square root of pi over 32. So if you do this, know that division change to times. That becomes half times 3 square root of pi over 2 times, once this sign changes, the down one go up, the up one comes down. So that becomes 32 over 945 square root of pi. So if you do this, that becomes square root of pi cancel out square root of pi. You have that 2 divided itself 1, 2 into 32 is 16. Again, 2 divided itself here 1, 2 into 16 is 8. So that becomes 8 times 3 is what? Is 24 over what? 945. If you divide this further, we have that 3 into 24 is what? Is 8. 3 into 945 is what? Is 315. So this is a word answer. Very, very simple. Now I have question number 3. We have to solve integral of 0 to pi over 2 square root of tan theta d theta. Now solution, you know that every beta function in this form, that in times of theta, every beta functions in this form must be in the form of half integral of 0 to pi over 2 sine 2n minus 1 theta cos 2n minus 1 theta d theta. Okay, now let's solve this. Now you know that from your trigonometry functions, you know that tan theta is equals to sine theta over what? Cos theta, right? So let's input it here. So that becomes integral of 0 to pi over 2 square root of sine theta over what? Cos theta. That is value for tan theta, right? D theta now is equal to integral of 0 to pi over 2 bracket sine theta. You know that this sine theta over cos theta is something as sine theta times 1 over cos theta. Now raised to the power half, because square root is something as half the word theta, right? So we have that integral of 0 pi over 2 bracket sine theta. You know that 1 over cos theta is what? Is cos inverse. That is cos theta minus raised to the power minus 1, then bracket half d theta. Now is equal to what? Sine theta into half is sine theta raised to the power half dot cos inverse into half is cos raised to the power minus 1 over 2 theta d theta, right? So therefore that becomes 0 integral of 0 to pi over 2 bracket sine 1 over 2 theta cos minus 1 over 2 theta d theta. So therefore, if you check this equation now, has resembled exactly this equation. So let's solve. Let's compare. We have that 2m minus 1. 2m minus 1 is equals half, right? So that becomes 2m minus 1 is equals half. Therefore, 2m is equals what? Half plus 1, which is 3 over 2. Therefore, m is equals what? 3 over 2 divided by 2. So therefore, m equals 3 over 4. Okay? So again, let's compare this. We have 2m minus 1 is equal to what? Is equal to minus half, right? So therefore 2n is equal to minus half plus 1, which is equal to what? 1 over 4. Therefore n is what? Is 1 over what? Over 4. Now what's the next one? Now the next one is, after doing this, you know that please know that whenever you are finding the beta function of a two fraction, sorry. Know that whenever you are finding the beta function of a two fractions in which their sum is equal to 1, use this formula to find their beta function. So if you check in this fraction now, m is 3 over 4 and n is 1 over 4. The sum of m1 and n is 1. So 3 over 4 plus 1 over 4 is 1. So whenever the two fractions is equal to 1, use this formula to solve. So use this formula to solve to find the beta function, by which is what? Pi over sine any pi. Okay, so which is equal to pi over, what's my value for n? N is 1 over 4. That is 1 over 4 times pi, which is equal to pi over what? Sine. Half 1 over 4 times pi is pi over 4. So therefore which is equal to pi over sine 45. Sorry, so that equal to pi. So that equal pi over. Now what is pi over 4? You know that pi over 4 is same time 45 degree. Hope you know. So which is this? We have pi over 4 times 180 over 4, right? Over pi. So pi cancel out pi. 4 divided itself is 1. 4 into 180 is what? Is 45 degrees. So therefore, pi over 4 is what? 45 degrees. So that becomes pi over, what is sine 45 degrees? Sine 45 degrees is same thing as what? Square root of 2 over 2. So which is equal to what? You know that becomes pi divided by square root of 2 over 2 is equal to, we have that pi over 1 times, this goes up, this comes down, times 2 over square root of pi, square root of 2. So which is equal to what? 2 times pi is 2 pi over 1 times square root of 2 is square root of 2. Now you know that you cannot leave this thing like this. So therefore I have to rationalize this by using sword. So by rationalizing a sword, you know that it's simply as multiply everything by the value of the denominator. So I multiply both the numerator and the denominator by what? Square root of what? 2. So that becomes 2 pi over square root of 2 times square root of 2 over square root of 2. Okay, that's how you rationalize. So which is equal to 2 pi times square root of 2 is 2 pi square root of 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 is what? Is 2. So which is equal to 2 cancel out 2 remains only pi square root of 2. So therefore you know that everything here from your formula, you know that everything here is being multiplied by what? By half. So therefore I have to multiply my answer by half. So that becomes half times pi square root of 2, which is equal to half times pi square root of 2, which is equal to what? Pi square root of 2 over 2. This is very, very simple. Please guys, if you find this video interesting and helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. Thank you.